Thank you for coming back to the channel, the Tony Montana channel, the channel that enjoys talking about APBT history, and how it advances to the 21st century. This video, we are going to be covering a couple of things. For the people that have a more experience, please bear with me, or you'll hear or fast forward if you want. But I'm going to be covering basically the standards of the AKC, UKC, ADBA, and I want to just explain something that's obviously it's been occurring for a while, but you guys should keep it you have to be aware of this. That is, it's something that's just changing, just because the times are changing, so some other things are changing. You'll know what I'm talking about. And this has to do with the ADBA standards, not just ADBA. When I say ADBA, I mean the other APBT game bred type of registries. Okay. So, but anyway, I want to thank Baby Driver. Baby Driver is basically the subscriber or the person that commented and asked for a video about this. What are you doing, Mama? Leave that alone. So thank you very much for that. This is my little female, my 30-pound female. But that's not the as my 6-month pup. Hey, oh, you Mama. But anyway, I appreciate it. So anyway, let's start. What's the main difference between the ADBA standard versus the standard, the AKC and the UKC standard? Well, let's cover AKC and UKC first. As you may know, the AKC is the oldest organization that keeps track of dogs or dog pedigrees. They actually run conformation shows that basically not the bone, not on the sofa. Basically, they run shows and they do like you guys probably know ADBA, but here they do for all the breeds, all different types, and they have judges. They walk around and basically they judge according to the standard of that individual breed, not against each dog that is in the show at that particular event. Anyway, what's the difference between those two? Let's cover, because they're more similarities than differences. So what's the difference between the AKC and the UKC? Well, the AKC does not accept red nose as an acceptable color for it. So my dogs here would be disqualified. I could not register them at all. There would be much according to them. Sorry about the color. I don't know if it's because I don't know what it is. Anyway, let me see if maybe the laptop it was bothering you or something. Anyway, so the first thing is AKC does not accept red nose. Second thing, they demanded that the name of the breed will be changed. Again, so those dogs that were began to be registered back then, but I'm talking about early 1900s, the registry AKC required the dogs to be changed from American Pit Bull Terriers to the American Staffordshire Terrier. Okay, and this is something, an assumption, I guess intelligent, development that I had, for why they didn't accept red nose and the name American Staffordshire Terrier. Well, basically, as you may know, Staffordshire is a place in England, so where a lot of these lines came from. But one of the things that they didn't have is, or I guess as part of family, would be red nose. This particular type of dog came from the lines in Ireland. So the Irish lines were the original red nose. So they came as the old reds, the whole family reds, then red nose, so it was a development, but they came from that side. So perhaps that's the reason, more than likely I would say, that's the reason why they don't accept red nose in the equation, because that red nose that line that really came from different area. So they don't acknowledge it as such. So that's my idea. Somebody will have to double check with them. But now let's talk physical. What's the difference? Well, the physical appearance of the AKC and the UKC is similar. It's basically thicker muscles, but the muscle type is different. It's more of a muscle type that a bodybuilder would have over a lean muscle, fiber muscle, which is, you know, different type of requirement. It is, the standard of the American Pit Terrier is leaner, so basically less water content, because of the muscles will look leaner with less water, because of the obvious work they did back in the day, which was, you know, fighting, which is, you know, you need to have a good ratio of water, but not too much water, so that you know. But let's not go into that. Let's look at the standards. So let's give you a show. I'm going to now show you what some champions of this breed. This is the AKC dogs. See how they are thicker? The stomach here is pretty much not taper up like they're supposed to, like the pit bull is from here. The chest goes up, not here. See how it is? They're fuller. They're more of a, I guess they were considering more of a power type of work rather than long-term active, you know, fast recovery type of muscle and type of dog. Okay, this is the AKC. This is the UKC, as you can see. All right. And obviously we're not going to leave these dogs. See, this is the ADBA standard, which is also other registries, but this is more standard. People know about this. See how perfect example of what I was saying, the taper up, taper up, taper up, taper up. It's a different dog for a different thing. Okay. Now here's the bonus section. Okay, bonus section about the ADBA though, not just ADBA, any type of game bred registry. Okay. Now there's going to be dogs that are true American Pit Terriers, and obviously more and more now because there's less and less frozen semen from times when things were done differently. So a lot of people will have dogs with genetic, with 100% genetics of American Pit Terrier, but how could I say this? But without having any check, that main check mark confirmed. Okay, there's dogs that have a lot of check marks you got to go through, but there's one that's the main one. And now, if you have dogs that there are true, genetically speaking, American Pit Terriers, but there's 4 generations of that box never being checked for 4 generations. It's kind of like a different animal than a dog that you got from, like, for example, frozen semen from the 90s or the 80s, from dogs that were recognized as dogs that, you know, dogs that really was something, you know. It's a big difference. So you do have to pay attention to that, you know, because you could have a dog that, you know, the barks, the looks, gestures a certain way, but when you take them out of the garage, all the wheels fall off, you know. So, you know, that's why you just got to be careful when, you know, you be conscious and keep it real, and keep it real for people that are selling dogs. Keep it real to the clients. But, you know, still, it's a lot of check marks. That's a big checklist, and that's that. Anyway, this is Tony Montana signing off.